Welcome to Her Story, a special series from the FAM podcast celebrating the women shaping the mattress industry. I'm your host, Tara Kinsley, and in each episode, we'll go deeper, personal, professional, and play, to explore who these women are as people, how they lead, and what truly fills their cup. This is Her Story, and this is the FAM, proud champions of the women who move the mattress industry and the world forward.
Comfort without compromise. Leggett & Platt and Elite Comfort Solutions believe better sleep begins with better engineering. For decades, they powered many of the industry's most trusted bedding brands with advanced foam and component technologies. Their solutions are designed to enhance comfort, improve performance, and help products stand out in a competitive marketplace. Today, they're expanding that partnership, working directly with retailers to develop high-performance private label brands built on differentiated comfort technologies and supported by strategic marketing solutions. From product design to brand storytelling, they help their partners win. Leggett & Platt and Elite Comfort Solutions. Smarter comfort, stronger brands, success built together. For the first time ever, top retailers can introduce the mattress that's been locked away inside of one of America's top mattress retailers until now. Introducing Prana Sleep, the ultimate luxury mattress collection designed by lifelong sleep industry leaders who set out to create the best sleep experience imaginable at any cost. Born from decades of industry expertise and real-world retail feedback, Prana Sleep doesn't just sell mattresses, it sells satisfaction, loyalty, and premium performance. Now, Prana Sleep is awarding these unparalleled products to a select group of top-tier retailers. Proudly made in the USA, Prana Sleep mattresses are handcrafted in private factories by top-tier craftspeople, ensuring exceptional quality and detail. What sets Prana Sleep apart? 100% natural materials, luxury latex, and the only machines in the world that quilt latex directly into the top panel for a one-of-a-kind, indulgent feel. Stand out in the marketplace with a mattress line engineered for luxury and crafted for those who demand the best. Your competition will hate selling against Prana Sleep because nothing compares. Prana Sleep, bring the secret to success into your stores today. Go to pranasleep.com now to apply.
Welcome to the FAM podcast with Mark Kinsley. This is where the best in the bedding business get even better.
Hey fam, today we have Erica Batterman on Her Story. Yes, she is Brent Batterman's amazing better half, which means she is going to be incredible. She's a killer aunt, a dog mom of 3, and she loves living in Fort Worth, Texas. Erica specializes in social media strategy, content development, turning social media into business, and making sure brands and retailers are consistent and build real connections with their consumers. She has 15,000 followers on her Instagram page, so follow her at Erica Batterman on Instagram. Welcome, Erica.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm super excited
Usually
to chat.
Brent's doing these, and it's my turn.
It's your turn to shine. I love it. So here's how Her Story works. We have 3 categories: personal, professional, and play. You'll choose a number between 1 and either 8 or 9, depending on the category, and that number will decide what question you are asked. So choose wisely.
Right.
All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, first category is personal. So choose a number between 1 and 8.
Let's do 2.
2, how do you actually recharge? Not the Instagram version. And we actually chatted about this before we started the show.
Okay, this is the complete opposite of what I do every day. No electronics. I need to sit in the room, not talk to anyone, and just stare at the wall or watch a show.
That is so funny. So like in business, you're like on social media doing it, like you work with Bedhead and other businesses and you do all that. But like when you're on your own, you're just like off.
Yes, when I'm off, I'm off. I like to say I'm an extroverted introvert. And so I can be on 2 days, 5, 10, for weeks on end. And then when whatever it is that we're doing, I'm done, am spent. I'm done. And I think actually we were texting. It took me 72 hours to get back to you after like a weekend of fun. And I just, I need that downtime. So
Yeah.
I definitely recharge by disconnecting.
Do you actually like turn your phone off or like on silent, or do you just kind of like,
I kind of ignore it. And, I'll see them come through and I'll be like, ooh, I need to get back to that. But there's something in me. I need to pause. I need to wait, or I'm not in
yeah,
the right mindset to deal with something, whether it's like a text or an email. I just, have to be in the right mindset. And I know that about myself. So I just
yeah,
kind of let it be. I don't know if that's the smartest thing all the time, but
I
I
think
also don't
so.
want to, you think? I
Yeah.
don't really like to rush into things sometimes. I like to be prepared and think about it intentionally. So,
Yeah, because I think sometimes, like, if you don't take time, like, have you ever been somewhere and you're like, when somebody's like, "Hey, let's do this next week," and like in the moment, you're like, "Yeah," and then like the next morning you wake up and you're exhausted and you're like, "Why? Why did
why?
I?" Right? And
Yes.
so like giving
And
yourself
then
space.
totally. And then secretly hoping that they want to cancel.
Right.
So,
You're like, "Ah." Yeah, I think that that's the right move. I've tried to make a habit of saying, like, "I need to check my calendar," or "I'll get back to you tomorrow," just so that I can, like, do, like, a reality check and be like, "How do I really feel about this or that?"
totally. Yeah. Same way. And like my calendar is a source of truth. So if it is on my calendar, it's happening
Yeah.
and I'll plan for it. But if it's not, or if it's last minute, I don't handle it that very well.
So you're a planner.
Oh, yes. Planner. I don't like surprises. If I need to, again, prep, I need to be in the right mind space. So,
Yeah. Do you use your phone as your calendar, or do you use a paper calendar?
man, good question. The past few years, I've been forced to do the calendar on my phone,
Mhm.
computer, email, and I have loved it now.
Oh, good.
But I used to be paper. I used to be handwritten. I would remember things better. But with the company I was at, everything was Google Meet, Google Calendar. I was like, okay, I
Mhm.
need to shift. And I very much love it now because it's all streamlined and I get reminders, whereas your paper calendar won't ping you.
Correct, I do, because I still do paper calendar. I actually have whiteout.
You do not.
I do. Liquid whiteout.
Oh, I
I'm,
love
like,
it.
blowing on my paper calendar and it's this big. So, because
Wow.
it's like a 12 like a 14-month, because I'm like, well, because by the time you get to January, you still have some things that you're anyway,
Is it
yeah.
color coded too? Like different
It
color
is.
pens?
It's color coded, it has stickers. Mark makes fun of me, and honestly, it's really hard when I don't have it with me, because it's an issue, but I don't know.
Hey, it's your
I'm
system. Don't change it.
I'm holding out, I guess. I'm holding out. Alright, love it. Personal 1 through 8.
4.
4. What boundaries are you fiercely protecting right now?
Ooh. I love a slow morning.
Mm,
And you're probably seeing a theme here. I need to have my, my moment of peace. And so I've been in the corporate world for so long. I used to commute 2.5, 3 hours a day in previous jobs out of college
mhm,
and rush, rush, rush. And I just feel like now I really, really need to protect that time for myself in
mhm.
the morning to have a productive day. And if
Yeah,
I rush, rush, rush in the morning and I don't have that, I feel as though my day is so off. I feel off balance. I'm grumpy. Like
yeah,
I need to, go for a walk with my dogs. I need to enjoy my breakfast and my
yeah.
coffee and not be on my phone. I just need to have that moment. So slow mornings are a non-negotiable for me.
I love it. What about Brent? Does he participate in slow mornings as well, or
He is a machine. No. He has his own routines too. Like he absolutely needs to get a run in the morning, but
Mm,
he is, he can be in front of his computer and I'm like, how can you do that?
yeah.
But he can just power through and do all those things. I'm a little
So
bit
do
more.
you, like, sleep in and chill and kind of, like, take a slow morning and he's, like, already out of bed by the time you're, like, getting around, or you guys are on different schedules?
We're on a little bit on different schedules, but he bounces out of bed and I do not. I set like
Mm,
10 alarms. I've always been that way.
yeah,
Even though I used to get up early and swim before school for like my whole life,
yeah.
I just now treasure not doing that. So I
Mhm.
stay in bed, I take care of the dogs in the morning, he'll go to the gym and dive right in. And so we definitely have a little bit of opposites.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I am definitely on your speed. I feel like if I were to have predicted that about Brent, that would be what I predicted, that he'd just be like, "Here I am."
Oh my gosh, yes. He's like, hello, he's so like chipper and sunshine. I'm like,
You're
good
like,
morning. I
No.
need my
Yeah, stay
don't
away.
talk to me for a couple hours.
So you said you take care of the dogs in the morning. Are they slow morningers as well?
They are, and I
Okay.
love it. I
I
just
love
love that little snuggle, few minutes in the morning and, they definitely want their breakfast, but after that, they'll sleep in bed, and so I usually get them up on my terms, so,
I love that. That's how
yeah,
our dog is too, which is really nice.
yeah.
All right. Personal 1 through 8.
6.
6. What's one thing people get totally wrong about you?
Ooh, I would say because I put myself out there a lot, that
Mhm.
I'm completely confident all the time, and that is
Mm.
just true. I second guess myself to a fault all the time. Do you ever like have a conversation and then think about it
Yes.
5 days later and
Yes.
then, that's me. I do that all the time. Not every time, but there are moments. And so I think I have girlfriends that say, "Well, you're just so confident and you do XYZ." I'm like, no. I love that you think that, but no."
How
So
did
I definitely
you how did you overcome that then? Because, like, on your Instagram page specifically, I mean, you do come off as, like, very confident and you're, like, doing, like, food stuff and you're doing, and even, like, when you're working for other businesses, you're confident that what you're putting out there is what is gonna hit on social media. Like, I mean, so you have a skill.
Sure, thank you. I think just diving in, I think sometimes not just me, we all can be our worst enemy, right? And
Mhm.
so either let it take over you or you push through and you try to tackle it. So I just try to overcome it as much as I can. It's not perfect, but I don't want to hold myself back. And I have in the past or like fear factor, right? Imposter syndrome, or
Mhm.
well, I don't have the qualifications for that. Well, no, how am I gonna get them if I don't just try?
Yeah.
Every single job that I've had, whether it's one that I've created like my IG or I mean, I was a bartender, I was in oil and gas, which all of which I knew nothing about, but I had to dive in and I had to just be comfortable with the uncomfortable. And
Mm,
sometimes you just have to do that in life. And I think just over time, it's gotten easier. And, I do have delayed stuff that comes out. I always sit with it. Overthink it sometimes
yeah.
before I share it, and that's probably how I deal with it a little bit.
That's maybe good though, kinda going back to what you were talking about earlier, giving yourself space and like, okay."
Yeah.
Alright, let's do one more personal before we move to professional, which I have so many questions about professional. You just brought up so many different things that you've done, so that's exciting. 1 through 8, last personal.
Let's do 8.
8. We are the fam, so tell us a little bit about your fam.
Oh, I love my family. So Brent and I have been married for it'll be 14 years this year. And
Congratulations. When
you
did you
and
guys
we
get married?
October 27th.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Fall.
Fall. Yep, we love the fall, and we love
Same.
the mountains, and we're cold weather people,
Mhm.
but Brent and I fell in love in Fort Worth and with Fort Worth.
I
So
love
Fort Worth is our home, and, I had a dog when we met, and that Brent just fell in love with them,
I
and
love it.
so we just accumulated more. Obviously, we have 3, that's a lot, we're a circus, but we love our fur family, and they bring so much joy, and Brent and I just have such a solid relationship as far as like a friendship, and I just adore him and I'm so proud of him, and I'm gushing now. But
No, he's
yeah,
kicking ass right now, so gush away.
yeah, I mean, and that's, hope I can live up to him on the fam, but he's
Oh,
just so inspiring. He touches so many people, and I can't tell you how many times he gets emails and texts of just like, "Hey, thank you for this, thank you for that." And I just love that. I mean, he's just such a genuinely sweet, kind human. And I just
yeah.
feel so lucky.
What do you guys do for fun in Fort Worth?
We love to take our dogs to the river. We love a good happy hour, especially now this spring. We love a good patio. We want to start traveling a little bit more. We haven't the
Mhm.
past couple of years, so just going on trips is always fun and get away, see somewhere new. But we of course always love coming home.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Cool. And does your family and his family, do they live in the Fort Worth area?
No, so Brent's family is still in South Dakota,
Okay.
and my family is right now my immediate family. They live in Houston.
Okay.
And my sister's in Tucson, Arizona, so it's kind of our own little bubble here, but it's nice. My parents are only a 3-hour drive away.
Yeah.
And then I'm from the Northeast originally, so a lot of my family are up north still, New Hampshire, Maine, Rhode Island, so
Gotcha. Gotcha.
yeah.
So what does your holidays look like? that feels complicated.
It can be, right? Because you can't make everyone happy.
Right.
But I think when we first got married, we're alternating, Thanksgiving at my parents, Christmas at his,
Yeah.
and then we'd alternate. And, logistically, it just hasn't always happened.
Yeah.
So we're just kind of winging it now, but we see family all throughout the year. And actually, 2 weekends ago, I had Brent's parents and my parents in town for the rodeo, and they hadn't been together since Brent's 40th birthday.
Oh,
And
wow.
so it was just so fun. They get
Yeah.
along really well, and that was just really special to have both our parents together in
That
Fort
is
Worth.
really cool. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah,
Okay. Love it. Let's move on to professional. Before we start, tell
okay.
us a little bit about, your career and then how you started working a little bit with Bedhead and some of the other companies or businesses that you're working with now for social media and like what that looks like for you.
Sure. So, as far as social media goes, that kind of just happened organically out of a hobby. But backing up a little bit, after college, I wanted to make that money, right? And I did B2B sales for, gosh, probably 5 years, and then transferred into oil and gas. Which,
Mhm.
have you seen the show Landman or heard of
Yes, I
it?
love it.
You do? Yeah, it's so good. And
So
actually, they
good.
film here in Fort Worth. But
Oh,
I
okay.
used
Well,
to be,
yeah, you
go ahead.
see some of, like, when he goes from, like, Midland to Fort Worth on the
Mhm.
plane, and yeah, no, I'm done with both seasons. I'm like, "When's the 3rd season coming out?" Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's so good, and actually, they do a lot of the filming, that's up the street from us, so we get to see Billy Bob Thornton and
That's so
yeah,
cool.
it's really cool. So we kinda feel like we're in, like, the mix here, but,
Mhm.
anyway, so I used to be a landman or landwoman, and so I would collect leases. I would knock on doors and, "Hey, do you know you have mineral rights? If not, we can give you some money if you let us drill under your house," and
That is awesome.
yeah, I did that pretty successfully for about 10 years,
Yeah.
when it was booming, especially in, Fort Worth, Texas, and
Mhm.
then when COVID hit, I kind of had to adjust and
Mhm.
pivot, things slowed down, I know, for everyone.
Yeah.
But for fun, the last 5 years of my oil and gas journey, I was posting just recipes on Instagram for myself
Yeah.
because I love to cook for fun. That I would call it a hobby, and I didn't know how to eat healthy or cook at all
Mhm.
after, running around, living out of my car, basically hitting
Sure.
house to house. And I was like, this is not sustainable. So I'm going to teach myself how to cook. And my friends and family started noticing and asking me for recipes. And then I was spending hours writing individual emails and meal plans for my friends
Yeah.
and family. Like, dude, I can't do this anymore. So at the time, it's when Instagram came out. So
Yeah.
not right when it came out, but 2017 is when I started like my page and I called it Bowl Obsessed. So food in bowls and just
Okay.
curated breakfast, lunch, dinner bowls. And I said, hey, just follow my page. Recipes are in the caption if you're
Yeah.
interested. And then so it blossomed into working with food brands. They would reach out, be like, hey, we love your content. Can
So
we send
cool.
you XYZ? We'll pay you. And they were brands that I would use on the regular, so it was organic, right? It was just
So
awesome
were
to
you,
get.
like, posting a ton?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
This
So,
was
like, multiple
before
times a
Reels.
day?
I would say multiple times a week. So back
Okay.
then, it was just post once a day. And, then TikTok hit in 2020, and that changed the whole game. And
Yeah.
I'm old, so I was like, "Ew, I'm not doing that." And,
Do you
here I
do
am, now I'm
TikTok?
doing Reels. I did no, I don't do TikTok,
But
no.
you don't right now? Okay.
No, I don't right now, no,
Okay.
I don't. I love Instagram, that's where I've started, where how
Yeah.
I grew anyway. So, anyway, it turned to be really successful, and then COVID hit, and I just kinda had to pivot. Well, just with making relationships in the
Mm.
community, I had, actually a mother and daughter team reach out to me and asked questions about social media,
Yeah.
and her daughter, who I'm still really good friends with, lived in Fort Worth at the time, and they go, "Just come over to the house,
Yeah.
give me your product, let's chat, tell me about you and their business, what are your hopes and dreams, your goals."
Yeah.
And then I said, "Oh, and by the way, a month later, I lost my job because of COVID." And I was like, I'm available. And so I
Yeah.
started going from oil and gas to being someone's marketing manager,
So what
learning
was
on.
their product?
So it was a CPG food brand, and it was in like the plant-based food space.
Cool.
And I was there for about, and I'm not plant-based, but it was a very niche product,
Mhm.
and they needed you eat with your eyes first.
Sure.
And I just started creating just really good photography for them. And then it blossomed into a full-time marketing manager job. I didn't go to school for marketing. At all. So I
What
just
did
kind
you
of
go to
learned.
school for?
I don't know, the broadest thing ever, communications, because I
I
didn't know.
love umbrella. Like
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
communicating through
communication.
social media.
Totally, yes. And so I was doing all these marketing things, but I didn't really know that I was doing these things,
Yeah.
right? And so you kind of need to build the full wheel, the full circle and make it resonate. And I was just doing that already. And so it was just and it was so much fun to actually be in this space in a
Yeah.
industry in a category that I enjoyed. But social media, whether it's food, clothing, bedding, it's the same design, right?
Hmm.
And so I think I'm going off on tangents here, but that's
No.
my work journey,
Yeah.
how I went from, B2B, oil and gas to now doing majority social media marketing.
So when you started getting into furniture bedding, how did that change and how do you feel like retailers and manufacturers can benefit from social media specifically in the bedding or furniture category?
So it's such a good question, and I'm so fortunate to work with Bedhead now. As everyone knows, I'm doing part-time social media for them and working
Yep.
for their clients because of Brent, and they brought me in, and
I know a
I feel
little
like
bit
I'm
about
married.
I know a little bit about nepotism, just a
Yeah,
skosh. You know,
I know.
when you sleep with somebody who's in the company, it like makes it a little bit easier to get the job.
Exactly. Totally. You get it. You get it. Yeah. So I would say, as far as social media goes, having a presence is just so important, no matter what it is that you're doing. Right.
Yeah.
And so when I'm looking at curating for a company, let's say a bedding mattress furniture company, for the
Mhm.
Instagram, Meta, Facebook portion, that is absolutely B2B, consumer facing. And then you have LinkedIn, right? That's your retailers, your manufacturers and more business clients and stuff like that. So there's a little tweaks, little differences,
Mm.
but the baseline's the same. You need to build trust, build desire, build that hey, you have a problem. We can help you, right?
Mhm.
Instead of pushing products, I would say this is maybe my opinion, but instead of pushing, we sell this, buy this. Hey, what's your problem? Oh, I
Mm.
wake up with a stiff neck or, oh my gosh, my back hurts every day. Okay, well, like, how do we help you? Make them the hero
Mm.
of the story, right? Like, if you do this, you'll help yourself, right? And
Yeah.
so look into this. I'm sure you've heard of the book Brand Story, which I
Yep.
love. It's just that's always rings true no matter what, right?
Yeah.
So bring them on this journey, welcome them in, show them that you have the accountability, the trust. And I just think it's so important. People focus so much on going viral, saying the
Yeah.
right thing, but truly it's about accountability. What's sustainable for you and your company? That doesn't need to be every day.
Mm.
Just be consistent. If it's 3 times a week, stick to 3 times a week and people know they can rely on you, you know?
So you don't think that brands or companies or retailers need to flood their social media?
It's not necessary. You totally can if you have the capability to, but a lot of smaller businesses, they just don't have that bandwidth, right?
Yeah.
And I focus more on like the organic social, not necessarily the paid social,
Mhm.
which Redhead offers, and Brandon's like a genius with that. So FYI, if you
No
know
doubt.
that.
Yeah.
But no, the organic is truly like our brand messaging and making sure that is on point, be consistent. Is it sustainable? And does it ring true? And people, I just think there needs to be more of that. And
Yeah.
if you do that, you're going to attract the right people. It might not be millions of people, but you're going to attract the right people and then they're probably going to buy.
Right. So attracting the people who are going to make the purchase is way more significant than just attracting a lot of people.
Exactly. I mean, of course, that's always the goal, right? You want as much reach and eyeballs and engagement,
Yeah.
but are you doing it because you think you should be doing that, or does it align? Where's
Yeah.
the clarity of it all?
I love that you talk about the accountability piece because I do think, when I sometimes go to somebody's page and they haven't posted since Christmas and it's February 19th or 18th or whatever, I'm like, huh, like, are they
Are you
open?
in business? Yeah.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
Um, Anytime I'm going in, I see a new store or let's say a restaurant. And I'm like, oh, I heard this restaurant's open. My friend wants to go there. What do you do first? I
Yeah.
go to their social media. I go to their Instagram. I'm like,
Yeah.
ooh, let me see some food pics,
Yep.
or, or it's a hotel. Like,
Yep.
ooh, let me check it out. And you immediately go to social media. So as long as you have that visual portion there and it's obvious and people don't have to guess what you're
Mhm.
offering, that's where the magic happens.
Yeah, I love that. I want to go back to something you said a little bit earlier, which is you kind of made a distinction between like Facebook's, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And I didn't have a LinkedIn page until I started working for the fam. And I get on LinkedIn a lot. I'm still figuring out like how to post for my own personal LinkedIn. Obviously, we do different things for the fam, but how you differentiated the audiences there, because I see so often people just put the same thing on
Mm.
all of them. Talk a little bit more about that.
Sure, which is totally fine, right? People are busy. And if you're wearing numerous hats, like a lot of business owners are, it's okay that you do that. So don't
Yeah.
worry. But just as little mini tweaks, like consumer B2B, or sorry, D2C facing on IG, Facebook, you can have a little bit more fun in the messaging.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a hook. Maybe it's a funny thing before you try to tell people what you're all about, right?
Mhm.
Not necessarily that you can't do that on LinkedIn, but it's more like, hey, retailers, manufacturers, does your showroom or your store offer this right now? Well, it should, and we can give it to you
Mhm.
versus, hey, buy this. And so I just think that just adding these little tweaks, like reach out if you're interested versus, go to our link in bio to purchase, something like
Yeah.
that. So it's just little mini tweaks. To me, I'm old school. And so LinkedIn is definitely a little bit more professional.
Mhm.
And so just keeping that in mind, right? It's the B2B aspect there. So just little mini tweaks like that. And just
Yeah.
making sure as a buyer that is looking to buy and they need that, you want to stand out from the crowd.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. We haven't even done a number yet. This has been such good conversation. I
Okay.
know. Let's see. Okay. Professional, 1 through 9. Go ahead.
1.
1. Okay. Well, this is professional. What's a moment in your career when you almost quit and what made you stay, or you took a break, or those kinds of things?
I have never quit a job, like ever.
You just feel like you're a go getter and you're just going to keep on keeping on.
I think so. I'm very loyal. And
Yeah.
so if you hire me, you're gonna have to push me out, right? I mean, I'm gonna
I'm
stay.
not leaving. Have
I'm
you
not
seen
leaving.
have you seen that, like, meme with Leonardo DiCaprio from Wolf of Wall Street? He's like, "I'm not leaving."
Yeah.
That's you. That's Erica
Yes.
right there.
Literally, like, I mean, I don't wanna, like, make myself self sound bad, but the only reason why I've changed positions is because the companies go under. They've run out of funds to pay my salary. COVID,
Yeah.
like, I've never been fired. I've never quit a job. Actually, I lied. I quit bartending on my own.
Okay, I mean, I feel like
It's not professional.
that's a logical transition, like, you gotta maybe stop at some point just to,
Yes,
be able to wake up in the morning and
totally. And then actually that same weekend is when I met Brent, funny enough.
Oh my gosh, did you meet him at a bar?
I did not. I met him at a
No?
pool. Yeah.
Cool. What, like
I know.
what,
Our
like,
apartment
a
pool.
public pool? Okay.
Public.
You guys are just hanging out at the public pool.
Yes, that's what we do in Fort Worth. And so, okay, so actually, this is personal category, right? So this works.
It's
So,
fine. We're in professional, but it's fine. It
I'm
all
sorry.
when you work with your spouse, it just kind of weaves together.
It does. It's spaghetti. So Brent and I lived in the same apartment complex for 3 years and had never crossed paths
No way.
with other people. He had a girlfriend, I had a boyfriend. We had broken up within the same 2-week span. I
Wow.
quit my bartending job, and the next day my friend invited me to go to the pool, and I was like, I am not going to the pool. I'm not interested in frat boys. I lived there for 3 years and I've never gone to the pool. I swear.
I
First
love
and
a good
only
pool
time.
though, like a pool
I
party.
I just
You
I
like
don't.
snow.
I like snow.
Okay.
Yeah. But I just was like, no, I'm not going to go to the pool. And she made me go. I met Brent. We chatted for hours. And then we were both newly single. And our first date was a cycle class at like
Oh,
5:30 a.m. And
that
we were
is
dating ever
so
since.
good.
I know.
And so how serendipitous, like the universe was like, guys, pool day, because you've never been to the pool, and then you meet your husband.
Yes. Lived there for 3 years. We went to the same gym, but we must have gone at different times.
Yeah, he was going like at 5 o'clock in the morning and you were like moseying in at 11.
Yes, I was like, "Yeah, I'm not doing that." But he's cute, so I'll go to I'll go
You
get
go to
my butt up
5:30
out of bed.
spin class. Yeah.
Yes, and that's like the last one, by the way. So
Like first and last 5:30 a.m. class I've ever been to.
yes,
I love
yes,
it.
worth it.
That's so good. I love this
Anyway,
so much.
backing up, I've never really quit, so sorry.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Yeah, that's good. Let's do one more professional and then we'll move on
Sure.
to
Okay, so 3.
3. If you could go back and give yourself one piece of advice at the start of your career, what would it be?
Don't be scared.
Mm,
Don't hesitate. I think I touched a little bit on this at the beginning. It's okay to take a risk, you know?
mhm.
I think I just would postpone things out of fear.
Yeah.
I wish that I didn't. I mean, I'm very happy with the direction that I am personally, professionally right now. But I wonder if I maybe just didn't question things and just go for it
Mm.
more, dive in more eagerly, that I can't help but wonder where I would be now.
Yeah, and you said that earlier that you're a planner. Do you think that like planning and risk averse kind of like obviously go hand in hand?
Totally. Yes. I need to go in order A, B, C, D. If I go A, B, G, T, Z, I can't handle it. And so absolutely it's a personality trait as well.
What do you think like made you kind of get over that hump? Because I know for me, like Mark has been played such a big role for me in like pushing me to take more risks and live in like what you said earlier, like live in the unknown, live in that space that like feels uncomfortable. Because I also am a planner and somebody who doesn't like to take risks. I mean, when I quit teaching, I was like a basket case because I'm like,
Were you?
there's no other career I can do. I was just like, ah. So, what do you attribute being able to do those kind of take those
Yeah.
risks to?
Well, it's still a process for me.
Mhm.
Uh, honestly, I mean, I chatted with Brent last night about your podcast too. So one, Brent pushes me just like it sounds like Mark pushes you. And
Yeah.
Brent's my biggest cheerleader. He's like, you can do it. You can do it. I'm like, but can I? Can
Yeah.
I? And he's just, he's like, absolutely you can. So I'm like, okay, I can,
Yeah.
so he's helped. Absolutely. Brent is number one helping me with that. And
Yeah.
two, I think not to just totally dive into this, I had breast cancer 3
Mhm.
years ago, and life is short.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to have regrets, right?
Mhm.
And so I think that that has pushed me more ways than one to get out of my comfort zone, even though they say keep your stress levels down, don't stress yourself out.
Yeah.
I'm definitely prone to stress, but I think, why not? Just do it. What's the
Mhm.
worst that can happen? Maybe I'll mess up, but you learn from your mistake.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll look or be silly and people will be like, "Ooh, that's cringe." But you know what? I tried, I did it, and then I'll recalibrate later.
Yeah.
So I think that
Yeah.
those 2 things.
And I mean, at the end of the day, like if somebody is like, "Oh, that's cringy," like who gives a shit they're not the ones putting themselves self out there.
Exactly. If you can do it, then you can have a platform too,
Yeah.
give it a shot.
Yeah, go
So
for it. Do you have 15,000 followers on Instagram? I don't think so.
you're too kind. Yes. It's
I
called
love it.
micro.
56, I don't even know, maybe 56
Good.
followers. You're like, "Yay!" I love it. All right, let's play. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, wait, before we leave professional,
Okay.
who's your favorite? Ferg, Brandon, or Brent?
Oh my gosh,
After
what
Brent.
happened to Brent
Okay, after Brent.
after Brent? Oh, no, man. I love them both so much.
Tell us
They're
what you
both
love about them.
Okay. So Ferg just makes me laugh every day. The
He's
shit
very
that
funny.
comes out of his mouth. He's so funny.
Yeah.
And Brandon is just so sweet and he's so dialed in and he has so much to say. And they like the Beta team is just fantastic.
Yeah.
And I'm the only girl. And so it's so fun, the dynamic of all the guys. And sometimes I'm like, okay, guys, let's get back on track because they have so many ideas.
Sure.
Both of them are amazing in their own way. Don't make me pick.
Good. I love it. You don't have to
And
pick.
by
I
the
just
way,
wanted to.
yeah, and we just started BedNet, which I'm admin for. So if you haven't signed up to
I
BedNet,
have. I
do
have.
it.
I have.
I know I messaged you.
Yeah. Oh, you did? Okay, I need to check it then.
Yeah,
Sorry.
check it. You'll get a welcome message from me if anyone signs up.
Okay.
So
Perfect.
Bedhead Network.
Love it. Okay, moving on to play. These are just fun questions that are just random and just give us a little bit more insight into who you are. 1 through 8.
Let's do 2.
2. What's something in your purse or bag right now that would surprise people?
Dog treats. You never
Yeah.
know when you're going to find a stray.
Yeah. You're just like, and you want to lure them in.
Uh-huh. It's in my car, too. I have a little bag in my car.
Love it. Do you have poop bags everywhere, too?
Oh, yes. In
Every
every
pocket.
pocket.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm always like, what? I was hoping it was like a 20, but no, it's just
Yeah, no.
dog shit. Great.
Yep, I'd be rich if I found money every time I find a dog bag.
Yeah, I know, right? I love it. Okay, 1 through 8. 4. If you could have any superpower or skill, what would it be?
To fall asleep like this.
Dude, okay.
There's
Same?
probably cooler things, but I want to be able to sleep with no drugs,
Yep. Same.
no melatonin, no nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
You?
bottle
You
of
sort
wine, nothing.
Yes. How is this? We're married to mattress men.
I know. And
Oh.
I have a fantastic mattress. I love my top of bed. I love, love, love my pillow. I love my adjustable base. We have it all. We have a sound machine,
Okay.
everything. And blackout blinds.
Yep. Check.
Got them all. I
Yep.
feel like that. And also I want to be able to sleep on a plane too. I would love to just be able to. But I was talking to Sarah Bergman and her superpower, she said, would be to speak any language.
Oh,
And I'm
okay,
like, oh, maybe I'll just go a little bit less sleep and do that. Because that would be really cool.
that would be cool. Oh my gosh.
I didn't
Yes,
think
like
about
I
it.
said, there's way cooler things to
Mhm.
probably choose, but for my life, if that I could sleep, it would be just the best thing in the world.
Yeah, and maybe if I slept better, I could speak all the languages.
Yes. All that face is like clear and
Yeah.
absolutely.
You
That's
never know. Okay, 1 through 8, choose one.
6.
6, you just want an all expense paid vacation of your choice. Where would you go?
Italy.
Okay.
Yes, I've never been. So
Okay.
I've only been to London overseas. And I
Okay.
loved it. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Friends and I actually planned on going for our 10-year anniversary to Italy, and it just didn't pan out. But hands down, I would love to do that. Maybe start at like the top, work our way down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would when you plan that, let me
Uh-huh.
know so that I can follow all the food stuff that
Oh,
you
you know
you
it.
do.
Well,
Italy
what
is
about you?
top on my list too. So I've been to many countries in Europe, but my maiden name is Venturella and my grandfather is Sicilian, and so I would love to go to Italy as well. We haven't made it there. I'm not sure why, but I love Europe and I could go back to Europe over and over and over and over again.
Love
It's
it.
my
Let's
favorite.
go.
Yeah.
How do we should make this happen.
Yeah, go to Italy. I mean, I love it. I also loved England, London too. That was like one of my favorites. And the cool thing about London that I have noticed about more than any other country that I've been to is it's like in a lot of movies or TV shows or whatever. And I'm like, I know where that is. I like that. I've been there. So that's always fun.
I'm
Yeah.
a big audiobook person, like
Same.
murder mysteries, real crime, and
Same.
a lot of them are in London, in the UK, and I'm just like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I love this.
I
Yeah.
do too. Yeah, it's fun. Cool. All right. 1 through 8.
8.
8. If your leadership style were a cocktail, what would it be and why?
Ooh. Okay, on the tip of my tongue, a dirty martini because I love those. But I'm
Okay.
gonna go with a spicy margarita,
Okay.
a spicy skinny margarita,
Okay.
clean.
Gotcha. Like less sugar.
Minimal.
Yeah.
Yep, minimal ingredients. Okay, straight to the point, gets the job
Yep.
done. A little bit of spice,
Yeah.
and I'm direct and strategic, and I feel like it just gets the job done.
Yeah. But I also feel like you're not like a bitch.
No, thank you.
I like that you know what I mean? Like you've got like the balance between like directness, but also like saying it in a way that presents itself as like kind.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yes, if I was a leader in a space, that's how I would describe it.
I like it. A spicy margarita. All right, let's do one more play and then we're going to go to the lightning round.
Okay. I forget the numbers. Let's do 7.
7, you haven't done that. What's your go-to pumped up song? Or like when you want to get pumped up, what is it? The song
Oh
or
my
the
gosh.
artist or the genre?
Oh my gosh, I can't think of the artist name.
Sing the song.
This is how we do it.
Montel Jordan. Okay.
Yes. I love that song. I can't help but not just bop to it. So
I mean,
old
definitely.
school,
Old
it's
school. I love
fun.
90s music. It's like my favorite.
The go-to.
Do you
It's a
listen
must.
to like a lot of country or red dirt? Are you in the red dirt zone of the country?
I'm not in a red dirt zone. I
Okay.
definitely love country. I'm more of like a not classic. Again, anything 90s I love. The newer
Same.
country, okay, sometimes too poppy, but I dig it sometimes. But absolutely country. So we did a Jody Messina concert last year, and it
So
made my
90s.
soul so happy. It was
Yeah.
so much fun.
That sounds
Um,
amazing.
just like the nostalgic country.
Yeah. I like it. Um, all right, here we go. Lightning round. Are you ready?
Yes, let's do it.
Save or splurge?
Splurge.
Yay. Me too.
Yep.
Salty or sweet?
Salty.
Good. Well, we already talked about this. Planner or wing it?
Oh, planner.
Bed made or unmade?
Oh, I have to admit, I'm an unmade bed person.
Really? Is it because of the dogs or just because you don't have time by the time you get up and you're doing your thing?
I just don't care. I I'm like out of bed, done. Although I do love to walk into my room and have a made bed. So I go through phases to 9 times out of 10, I don't make it.
It's one of my favorite things about staying in a hotel is like
Yeah.
you walk in and they've made your bed and I'm like, oh,
New
I don't know.
sheet, a fresh
Mm.
towel. Yes.
Love it. Power nap or push through? Oh, you're a napper. Okay.
I mean, I never get to nap, but I love to nap and it needs to be an hour.
Okay. That makes sense. You need
Yeah.
Is Brent a power napper?
Yes, that dude can nap. Oh yeah. Shuts his eyes, hits the pillow, done. He can
So
do
he
about
has
20
your
minutes.
superpower.
Oh, he has it. That's why I get so mad. I want it.
I love it. Firm or plush?
Plush.
Okay. Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook?
Instagram.
Instagram. Do you pack light or do you bring everything?
Everything.
Yeah, where are my girls at? I have not talked to one single female who doesn't check a bag.
It will make me go crazy if I do not have options. So I need to pack 3 outfits for one day and I'll decide in the moment what I'm feeling.
Mm.
I'm like, oh, I'll bring a ball gown. I'll wear that. It's just like, just kidding. No, but I'm one of those overpackers. I will check a bag. I do not care.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. Early bird or night owl?
Night owl.
Yeah. And text or call?
Text.
Yeah.
I feel like if you call me, something's wrong. And so,
yeah.
unless it's Brent, like he calls me all the time, but like, and family, but sometimes like my dad called in the middle of this. I'm like, oh my God, what's going on?
Yeah.
And so I'm going
You're
to
like,
call him after, but I prefer a text.
yeah. Okay. Then you know
What about
immediately.
you?
I'm a caller.
Yeah?
Because I can get on the phone very quickly and get off the phone. Like I don't need to
Okay.
but sometimes like if I text, I'm impatient. And so like I see like the do not disturb or something like that. If it's like one of my really good friends and it says do not disturb, the iPhone sometimes says notify anyway. And I'm
I
like,
do that all. Yeah.
come on, I don't care if you're like zenning out right now. Like I need an answer immediately.
Yes. And when that notification is on, it makes you want me to ping you more.
Right.
Like,
I'm
don't
like,
silence me.
yeah, exactly. So I'm a caller because I just like want to answer right away. So anyway.
Yeah. How
Well,
funny.
Erica, it was amazing having you on. This was like such a fun conversation. I appreciate you taking the time to spend time with the fam and share things about your fam. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate you and the fam. Thank you so much. I love
Yeah.
our chat.
We'll talk soon.
Okay. Bye.